right, everybody, welcome back. And today is Watercolor Tuesday, and we're going to be doing another Christmas card, of course, for all those last minute, oh, I forgot about this person card. This is an easy one. I've already drawn up the traceable for you, and if you're interested in any of my past traceables for like this here was our acrylic painting from last week. They are all available to all of my members on Patreon and YouTube membership, and you can download all of the past traceables from the past, I think it's almost 2 years now. And it's only $2.99 a month, so it's like inviting me out for a coffee. And if you're interested in a little bit more as far as painting or art journaling, then there are 2 additional levels there that you can check out, and the information is in the links below. You just press on those or the join button and it'll tell you all about it. And we also did a cute little here it is. Acrylic painting. This is cute. This could be a card also, and there's also a traceable for this one. And this is one of our last month's acrylic painting for the blooming and budding artists. And the tutorial is up there already. And I'll give you a sneak peek at this month's tutorial on blooming artists and budding artists. And there's traceable for this also, and a step-by-step. And we're going to paint Santa Claus. So I've already done the video. I just have to do a little bit more of an editing, and it should be up for you tomorrow. So if you want to join in on that one, you still have time to join. And I believe the budding artist is $7 a month, and it includes your all your printables and all the other videos that went along with it. Hey, Natty. Hey, Dare. So look for that. It'll be up shortly. I just have a little bit of editing to do, and then you can go and watch it. Blooming artists, your video will be up after Christmas, so in the week before New Year's Eve. And I'm thinking it'll probably be a video because I know a lot of you are busy and you're not going to have time to watch. So look out for that. Probably in the midweek, I'll have that up for you. So this is going to be the card that we do. And the traceable is ready for you. You can get that on both YouTube membership or the Patreon. It's already up for you. You can download it and paint along with me if you wish. And this is what it's going to look like. And if you don't want to do cardinal, you can do any bird, really. This is just a bird that's generic. You just add a color and you got the bird you want. So you could do chickadees, you could do blue jays, whatever. But we're going to keep this one as a cardinal, and I'm going to make my bells a different color. And I don't care for this color here. I think I might even do gold and black together. I think that would look probably pretty. So we'll just keep that in front of me. And this is watercolor paper. I decided to use some watercolor paper. And it's not a really detailed painting, so there's really not a need for layers upon layers. So you could actually do this very easily on any kind of paper. Oh, is it? Awesome. That's perfect for you then. All right, so we're going to do watercolor, of course. And if we need to, we might do a little bit of white if we want some snow on stuff. We might change it up. You never know. You don't have to stick to this. You can add your own stuff to it. You could have him sitting on presents instead of Christmas balls too. Okay, so um, I'm thinking of doing the ball. I think I'm gonna do the polka dots in the ball um, gold, and I'm gonna do the background of the ball in black. And then this one I'm going to do black. I'm going to keep it the same. So this one's going to be gold. This one will be gold and black. Probably gold with black lines on it. Hey, Kim. Good to see you. And the cardinal, of course. And you can make his hat polka dots, stripes, whatever you want. Change it up. Doesn't have to remain this way. See, I've missed a few lines here on his hat. So let's put those in while I think of it. And this is a silver black velvet number 6. And I really like these brushes. I do have the fairly new ones too from the same manufacturer, but they're called Golden. They're a little bit stiffer than this one. So it's a Golden Natural Blend by Silver. And they're about the same price as these ones here. All right, so it's very simple, not a whole lot of layers to this one. It's more or less a wash and ink card. Now, with the polka dots, I am going to use this gold. It's by Schminky. This stuff is awesome. It's a powder, and you just add a little bit of water to it. And it goes on very, very opaque. So we'll be using that. And where did I put those? There it is. I just mix it in a little container or lid. This is one of my pan pastel lids. So let's see. I think let's do the bird first. So the bird's going to be red. So whatever red you want to do. I think I'm going to use, I want them kind of a little bit on the orangey side. So Scarlet Lake is a really good color to use. And then we can always use this as our mid-tone. And add a little bit of maybe yellow or Indian yellow would be nice on parts. We can darken areas also by just adding a little bit of umber or green will change your color. So let's put this Scarlet Lake. So I'm going in wet into dry. You can do whatever you want. I want to keep this within the lines, so I don't want to spray or anything. a fairly light color. This is very watered down. So he's going to be, or she, I guess it would be a he because they're the most colorful. His tail is going to be dark. These are cute. And if you wanted to, say you had to make up a bunch of these, you could also photocopy these and just print them out. Paint around his little scarf here. Now, if you have gouache, you could actually use gouache on top of this. You just have to be careful when you're using gouache not to do too many strokes because it does reactivate. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around this little ribbon here. So how's everybody doing? Are you feeling stressed because of all this stuff you have to do? Presents and wrapping and cooking? Or are you all done that and you're just sitting back and waiting for the big day? I'm pretty much, I just have to do a bit of wrapping and make some butter almond crunch for my kids. It's a tradition. So I think I'll probably make that tonight. Doesn't take long to do. It is expensive though. Holy geez, did the price of chocolate and butter go up? Oh my. What do you guys pay for a pound of butter in the United States or wherever you are? Let me know in chat. So his little face, I'm not worried about going around all those little bits and bobs, feathers, because it's going to be black in the face area. So if I go over any of these lines, that's fine. Because it's a darker color. Past weekend, so really good. Oh, awesome, Dare. Yeah, I hear a lot of people doing that now. Especially when you got a bunch of kids, they have their in-laws to go to, and sometimes they just want to have their own Christmas tradition too with their kids. So I can see why you would want to either do it before Christmas or after Christmas. That's what I'm doing. So the kids can do their thing. And it doesn't really matter that much to me if they're not, I'm not doing something on Christmas. I'll have a dinner and that for my son and I. My son lives with me. But as far as seeing the others, we'll see them probably on the after New Year's is what I'm planning. Because you don't want to, how many dinners do you want to go to? You must get sick and tired of eating turkey. Now I have a little bit of a darker, almost a burgundy color here. So what you can do is just mix some of that dark color for your shadows, and it's just some red. And if I put a little bit of green in there, it just darkens it. It takes the brightness away. Kind of goes on the brown side. It's fairly transparent, so the red's going to show through anyways, so you don't have to worry about it being brown. Hey, Anne, good to see you. Welcome to the group. And I'm going to put some darker tones. I think I'm going to let that dry a little bit. So while that's drying, let's mix up a little of this. So you don't need much of this. It goes a long way. They give you a lot. It's right full. So it lasts forever. Well, not ever, but a long, long time. So I like to just take my palette knife and scoop some in. And it's very fine, so don't sneeze. And then just take your brush and some clean water and add some water to that. I'm just going to put some water in my dish here and just mix it. And it's such a nice gold. It's easy to use, and you just mix what you need. Now it does reactivate a little bit. So you kind of have to, if you're planning on painting on top of this after this is dry, you can't do too many brush strokes because it will reactivate eventually. It does take a bit, but like it's not as reactive as, say, gouache is. And you can water it down to whatever consistency you want. I like mine fairly thick because I don't want to see through it. And I think you can get this in a copper and silver also. Such a pretty color. It's like you need your sunglasses on. So bright. All right, so I'm going to have this ball here painted gold. And then I'm going to put the lines in with black. Now you could make this plaid if you wanted to. We'll see. But I want the background to be gold. And we might highlight a little area with some gouache. We'll see how it goes. Okay. And I think I'm going to do the little catchers too in the gold. And we'll add some shadows on there. So this will be gold. Now this one here is going to be a black background. So I'm going to put black on first before I put this gold on. Now I can still see my marks on my lines, so that's good. If you find that you're... Now I used a laser jet printer. Or not laser jet, laser printer. To print this onto the watercolor paper. Just saved me some time. I was running a little bit late. And this is going to be gold. Hey, Kathy. Okay, so there's the gold. I'll just put that aside for now. And let's make a black. So to make a black, you need either ultramarine blue or Payne's gray will do also. So this is Payne's gray. I still have sparkles. I have sparkles in my water. So everything's going to have a little bit of a shine to it. That's okay. It's a Christmas card. And then you put umber with it. And that'll give you a really nice dark black. Now it's not as black as you could get it, but I like just a really dark like this. It gives it a little bit more life to your painting. I find sometimes a real solid black is kind of flat looking, I guess you could say. So this is going to have a black background. I better put this up a little bit so I don't get my sleeve in it. You know me, that's what happens every time. And then just, I can still see my circles, so that's good. And then I'll put the gold on top of it. Do you guys hear that, the water? I don't know why, but my son always decides to take a shower when I'm streaming. Just getting ready for work. He works nights or evenings, I guess you could say. We got a pile of snow last couple days. Hey, Dorothy. Dorothy, this is one of the traceables if you want to download it. It's on the membership page. Hope you're having a great week. You got plans for the holidays, for the weekend? Make a little bit more of that up. Yes, I've seen that. Thank you. You're welcome. Dot, did you get your Happy Meal yet? I don't know if it's going to take a little longer because of Christmas or not. All right, so I'm going to make the dark. Dorothy is partying till her birthday on the 30th. Oh, that's right. Her birthday's on the 30th. How do you like having a birthday on the 30th? I know some people don't like it because people tend to put up their birthday and Christmas all together. I know little kids would kind of think that they're being gypped. I'm just making some uneven border along there. So you can go right over top of that red and it'll look good. Maybe we'll make his the tie around his neck gold too. Let's see. I'm going to my niece on Christmas Day and Big Brother on Boxing Day. It's my 90th. Wow. Awesome, Dot. All right. And then I'm going to, let's see, may as well use this gold. So I'm going to make that gold around his hat, or the little tie that's on his hat, gold. And then he's going to have a red and white striped hat. So this gold on it on the string will kind of bring your eye up into that. And finishes the little painting. A little bit more shine, doesn't hurt. That. Dorothy and I are celebrating our birthdays. Mom's. Oh, you're a New Year's Eve baby. Wow. Well, happy birthday ahead of time. Alrighty. Let's see what else. Let's give that a dry. Oh, that's so nice, Dot. All right, so let's put a little bit of shadow. I'm going to make a little bit more of this up. And just on the back here, it's kind of the back of his wing here. It'd be a little darker. I'm going to put a little bit of black in there too, just to bring that up a little bit darker. And it'd be a little bit under his little hat here. And his tail. I'm just going to move it around a little. Just like that. And a little bit, just where he's sitting here, would be a little darker. Up that one area of his chest. And I'm going to sweep it in just a bit. It's by no means a realistic bird, but he's cute. All right, I'm going to just blend this out a little bit, smooth it out. Okay, and then his chest, I'm going to wet it and remove a little bit. And then I'm going to use some of this Indian yellow and brighten that area up just a bit. Just to give it a little bit. And I think I'm going to do the same here. Just add that yellow. He's so cute. Now with his eye, it's a little bit lighter, that little ring that's around his eye. That's his eyelid. So you want to color that in a little bit. Not really dark, but you don't want it white. And then his little beak, you want some of that Indian yellow, a little bit of that red mixed in with it. And you can put that in his beak. Like I said, this is very easy. You could use this for coloring too. If you wanted to just do it with colored pencils, it would be cute. Just a little bit more red under there while it's wet, just to shade it a little bit. I'm going to bring you guys in some so you can see what I'm doing. So now I want to do his little hat. So that was the Scarlet Lake that I was using for the bird. I think I might darken it a little bit with some of that shading color that we made up. So every other line is going to be this color. So get a brush that has a fairly good point to it so you don't find it too cumbersome. I'm not too worried about going over the lines or outside the lines. Sometimes I like doing that with wash and ink. It looks, I don't know, sketchy, I guess. That's why I like these paintbrushes, because they have such a nice point on the brushes. All their brushes are like that. And they last for a good while, you know, as long as you wash them after you're done and don't scrub with them. They should last you for years. I do have some, you know, expensive ones, but I always seem to go back to these. They hold just the right amount of water that I like to work with. This is cute. You could make this up in all kinds of ways. Change the colors up, the bird, type of bird. You could have presents instead of balls that he's sitting on. So all kinds of ways you could play with this. Let's see, it's got holly in his little hat here. There's some holly here. I may as well put that in. Like that. Okay. And may as well put the little, I think that's the only green we've got here. I've got some really nice Da Vinci leaf green. So that's what I'm going to be using. You can use whatever green you have. This is just nice and bright, so you'll be able to notice it. You could add more holly too if you wanted to. That's cute. Alrighty. Now that's dry, so let's use this gold back up. So just wet my brush. And let's paint on these circles of gold. See how they come out. I think they'll be okay. Just make sure your gold is fairly opaque. If you don't have an opaque gold, then put some gouache on your circles and then dry it and then put the gold on top. That sometimes works a little better. Now I'll probably fix up some of these if they're not totally round, but it depends how much it bugs you. It's good practice to use your paintbrush though. Making circles. Might have to go over top them again. We'll see how opaque they are. Oh, looks pretty good. All right, and I think I'm going to put little, I don't know what it is, some kind of leaf that's sticking out of his hat here. Little tassel of leaves. Here it's holly or something, or mistletoe, maybe. Okay, so let's dry that, and then we'll put a little bit of shadow on his hat. Okay. So we just want a little bit of a shadow. So I'm just going to use this more or less Payne's Gray that I have on my palette here. It's very watered down. And we're going to just go along the back side here. And I'm just sweeping this down and in the other side, and then the back of his hat would have some. Like that. Okay. And just along the brim, you can put a little bit of that in there. And I think I'm going to put some shadow underneath him too, so he's not sitting in midair. So kind of in between these two. So I'm thinking about the shape that the shadow would be casting. So it would be round. So this one probably would be a lot bigger. I got a dog hair. And a little darker, closer to the objects. Like this. Okay, we'll let that dry. And now let's put in these shadows of the inside here. So we'd have some rings on the, kind of like a light bulb. Inside there a little bit, inside the lid. And then I'm going to put a little bit on the inside of the hook or ring that holds it, just to make them a little bit darker. We can also use pen, spruce them up a little bit. And underneath, there'd be a little bit of a shadow on the bulb itself. Now, this was different paint we put on, so it's going to, depending on what you're using, it might repel. I don't know. So just try it. If not, we can always try something else like colored pencil. Put those in. But I want a little bit of a shadow. Like that. And I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom of this one too. Just make it a little bit darker. Alrighty. So we're going to put a little bit of a highlight there too. So gouache, if you have it. If you don't, you could use acrylic paint watered down. I have some gouache here. And let's see, do I have another container I can put that on? Yes. So I just want a little bit of gouache on my palette here. I don't like using gouache with my good watercolor brushes, so I always use an acrylic brush. I just find it tends to really get into the ferrule, and it's a little harder cleaning, and I don't want to wreck my brush. So there'd be this bit of highlight going around and I just put water on my brush. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just give it a highlight. I don't know if we need necessarily one on the gold because it's bright. All right, there's that. And we can also put a little highlight on, maybe on the top of the beak and his eye. His eye should have a little dot. Okay, so now I'm going to dry it, and I'm going to use pen for the rest of the You want to make sure your paper is really good and dry when you're going to use pen or marker on it. So I have a Sharpie pen here. And I'm just going to outline or put in a little bit more of those lines, especially in the gold here, because that gold is very opaque. So it's going to cover up some of this. Now you have to keep wiping your pen off with this gold because it can go into your area of the nib and get it all gooped up. And just under there, get a little bit darker. A little bit darker in there. Just outline that one there a little bit. you guys want me to come in a little bit closer for this, or are you okay? Let me know so I can zoom in more if you want. Hey, Clint. So there we go. Just emphasizing some of these lines just to make it a little bit more interesting. It's okay. I'm just gonna put some hash marks. Now, this one is going to be kind of, I don't know if I can do it or not. This isn't the best. I might have to use a marker. Yeah, this isn't working. Too much gold stopping it. So let's find a marker. Preferably a fine tipped black marker. You have them? Okay. And I'm just gonna put in my lines here. Now you could make this plaid or whatever you want. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go down these. Make them rustic looking. Crossed. Every second one. It's kind of like a plaid in a way. Like that. That. A little bit on the bottom here. That. All right. Let's dry it. So You can make yours with all kinds of designs. Just make sure it's good and dry before you put your marker stuff on it, though. I don't want to wreck it. All right. I think I'm going to put a little bit of secondary shine on my eye here. And I think that's good. Maybe some shine on the, yeah, let's see, white. This works. A little bit of a shine on the. Oh, thanks, Dorothy. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So a little bit of a shine on just bits wherever you think the light might be shining on them. That. I don't know if it makes a whole lot of difference, but it's cute. I'm going to see what I can do with this. Yeah. Right here. Just smear it with this. I think that's good. All right. There it is. It's done. I think it turned out cute. I love the gold on there. Now you could probably encircle those dots if you wanted to. Make them more round. So they're more noticeable. It's up to you. Make it as simple or as detailed as you want. It's meant to be more of an illustrative, not, realistic. Cute. So if you have a card for somebody to do, this is a real quick and easy one. And then, I don't know about you, but there's always somebody you think of that you missed. You have to make a card. And so here, that's cute. All right. So I'll let you guys go. It was a short and sweet one. I hope you have a fantastic, if I don't see you on Thursday, fantastic Christmas and holiday. And we'll see you Thursday. And if not, I'll be seeing you next week. So take care, relax, enjoy the season, get your sketchbook out, do a little creative sketching, and decompress if you're feeling a little bit stressed. All right, have fun, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.